Hey, it's Ross Baker with Role Playing Public Radio. This is the Borellus Connection, a Fall Delta Green campaign. Woo! Episode 8, I believe. We are in the mission Operation De Profundis. And when we last looked at our team, they were in in the shadow of the Caban Dam site. Well, they were trying to Bos Tepe, the excavation site for ancient Bronze Age and earlier civilizations. And Austin Gilbert had shown up with letters from the Turkish government and from the dead archaeologist you had been investigating, Mr. Whitman, Charles Whiteman, Whiteman, and Jaleh Inan, who was the previous leader of it after Whiteman died, had already left, and things were getting tense as we have our three agents here, Agent Gina Tan, and then Marcus Abrams, and then Eli Munny. So to set the scene, it is late afternoon, I believe, and the three of you are talking to Austin Gilbert, who has now claimed that he is the brother of Charles Whiteman. And
tell me about that.
Yeah. And yeah, he wants to keep digging at Trench 2, the southern trench of the excavation site, which had also just killed the assistant archaeologist, Edward Pope, I believe. Yes. And yeah, does anybody have any questions? Are you all caught up on what had happened?
Can we drive off into the desert so I could blast that freak from a distance with my sniper rifle?
We had not gotten to that point, but you can do that.
I don't know.
You were also cursing the valley for not.
Yeah, I think you were talking about doing that, but if you want to,
I don't remember.
Yeah. If that's what I'll say we left off where you were talking to Austin Gilbert, and he is very adamant about leading the site. The workers and the foreman of the workers, Sel Damir, are all there watching you. Nobody's quite sure what to make of this. And Gilbert is calling you on your rather thin credentials to even be on the site.
Oh, we were going to play that game, eh?
Yeah.
Play the credentials game. I'm his long-lost twin brother. Okay. You learned that, fucking Mark Twain.
It's like, I was a writer on a soap opera.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah. Passions. Lots of paranormal things happening there. So... yeah, but yeah.
I would like to also note that I ordered that useless bastard Baltridge to get me some goddamn dynamite, and he is yet to come through.
That's true.
He said he was trying his best.
Yeah. If I have a radio, the dynamite order is urgent.
You have walkie-talkies that give you can talk to each other in the field, but the Air Force Base is a 3-hour drive away. You do not have the backpack radio that could transmit that far. So, yeah, do you want to withdraw from the area? Do you want to continue up your rhetorical game against Gilbert?
I recall that all of the workers were like, yeah, let's go dig at Drench 2, like really getting on board, right?
Some of them were, yeah. If you want to make a human spend, I would give you some more information. Yeah, a human for 0 tells you like they're behaving oddly, especially compared to how listless they were earlier.
I saw something shoot into one of their hands, so I'm not very trustworthy.
I will spend a point of human.
Okay, yeah. With that, you can see, that Gilbert has some sort of strange. You wouldn't call it charisma, but they are. It is very out of character for these workers who were so lethargic earlier to be suddenly so willing to work for this guy. It's not all of the workers. Maybe a third of the workers are really into the other 2/3.
I'm thinking yes, the ones that made their will save.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So he's told us he's his long lost twin brother.
Yeah. Well, he gave you another cover story at first. Yeah.
Come to take over the site for reasons.
Well, I think he really loves archaeology.
Okay, I remember I had this suggestion let's just tell the U.S. government we found oil here. That sees it pretty quick.
Well, 1968, Turkey's a pretty important ally.
It's Turkey.
Yeah, fine. Uranium.
He's protecting against the Eastern Bloc.
We kind of need
uranium.
We're basically in a U.S. open air U.S. Air Force base. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to look over at Lamb and say, this is starting to feel a little hinky. I'm not sure we should be standing here.
What other fucking choice do we have? If we leave them right now, they could open up whatever the hell that is in there.
You willing to kill everybody on this fucking dig site and whatever the fuck this guy is?
Obviously not, but
then you withdraw and you rearm.
Because sadly, all we have are pistols.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you have your rifle.
Turn around to women or whatever. It's like, those orders are bullshit. We're coming back with official papers. You better not. That's like halfway into that tunnel.
Did anyone have Turkish?
I do. So yeah.
Can you translate for me?
I can. So. So. Yep. I will spend my.
Sure.
I speak Turkish today.
Sure.
I don't know if I need to spend for this,
Okay.
but I explain that the British Museum does not give out grant money for archaeological digs according to filial relations. And I say this very loudly so that especially my boy Demir, the guy who's selling heroin on the site, has a bit more of a mercenary attitude, can hear.
Okay.
And I explain that this motherfucker, who claims to be here under false premises and then also claims to somehow have the Queen's checkbook, even though he had to lie to get into the country, is not going to pay anybody's salary.
Okay.
Nobody here is getting a dime for picking up a shovel. And this is just another white man trying to get a proud brother of Turkey to work for no goddamn money. And if you want to break your back for this colonialist, you go ahead. But we're out of here because this is wrong, and we're going on report.
And obviously,
this is all getting shut down. But if you want to get some calluses until we do that, for
do you have inspiration?
Money,
yeah.
Tradecraft is a pretty important.
I'd
thing.
say any interpersonal thing.
Okay. Intimidation.
Yeah. Intimidation. Yeah.
I spent a lot of streetwise organizing that heroin.
Okay.
No.
I'll do that, and also wildly gesticulating while translating that.
What really translates better than anything is you're not going to get paid.
Yeah, that's what I'm really going for. Yeah.
And so, over half the workers quit on the spot.
Good.
Gilbert is yelling at them.
I am a pro archaeology fan. Working for Delta Green.
Yeah.
When has anything bad from archaeology ever happened to Delta Green?
Demir is cursing them, but is doing his best. Demir is trying his best to actually keep the workers there. And he seems very loyal now to Gilbert.
Which is not right.
Yeah. So about a third of the workers, the ones who are strangely energetic, are staying. But most of the other workers are left. There's some people who are being manipulated. Like one of the energetic workers is got a cousin there. He's like, come on, cousin, you have to stay. But over half the workers are picking up and leaving. And Gilbert is furious. That doesn't take a human to know. But
I trigger my thrill seeker.
Okay. What do you?
Just gonna give him a little with my finger and a wink. Just see you and then we're gonna head back to our Jeep, and I'm backing up.
Okay.
Just real. We'll be back.
You can see Gilbert and Demir furiously talking to each other, and he just shoots you. Gilbert, you see these eyes of a God. They're cold. This man, whoever he is no stranger to death. You have a strong suspicion. So,
the great thing is, neither of any of us.
I'm about to reintroduce it
intimately.
So, the workers are leaving. You can go to the nearby village. It's about an hour away.
I guess I'll be driving.
There's a phone
I'm
line.
assembling a sniper rifle and back and being we need guns and we need to get back there now.
Yep.
So you can. It's a 3-hour drive to the Air Force Base. If you call ahead, you might be able to see if the dynamite is there yet, or you could go to the Caban Dam site, which would definitely, it's a construction site. It's definitely and they're building a dam, so they're gonna need to blow shit up.
I was yes, my order of dynamite is very much delayed.
You have tradecraft, so
You can make up an excuse. So.
You call this?
Some fucking lingo to use on tapped phone lines. Is my flight on schedule?
The party's on schedule. How are the party favors?
Not even that. Actually, pretty slick tradecraft, I would imagine. But the same lines. So. What do you want to do next? So who's driving? Are you going Are you going back to the village then, or are you just driving?
I'm talking to what the fuck do we do?
I don't
even know how the drug exchange went.
It's without a hitch. They tried to keep me there.
Well, that's a drug deal.
Yeah, that's fun. So, but at least we have access to the plane now. So,
and also I got $20,000 of drug money.
Okay,
I just take that out of your hand.
You're welcome.
Yoink. We're
Yeah.
gonna need that.
You think we can wire guns faster than we can go getting back to the airbase?
I think I can tell somebody guarding a munitions hut at a dam to go take a walk.
with 20,000.
Yeah.
And hopefully way less, yeah. The CIA superpower is bribery.
It's bottomless
You must
pockets.
always remember this.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's like, what are you making per year right now? What if I give you that now?
Yeah, basically. Do you want to go straight there, or
I'm asking the team.
Okay.
Like, I didn't even know if what I was doing was a good idea, but
it's
it was
like-
that or a shootout in the desert.
No, we need to
Look,
We-
there's nothing
we-
natural about the way he took it.
Yeah, we just need to collapse that thing now. So,
Yeah, I honestly think we should also take him out.
All right, we should find some way to contact Baldrige so when we die, they know something happened.
Well, they should have some phones over at the dam site for at least communication back into the village, so we can probably bribe our
well,
way
to the
use
Air
that.
Force base? But yeah, they
Yeah.
would definitely have some sort of. I mean, that would also be guarded in a separate area. But yeah,
Well, we're official, right? Now,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're better than the program. There's
Yeah.
not even outlaws yet.
yeah. You can go to the bureau.
Can there be
Yeah.
can there be an
Yeah,
Air
we're-
Force accident? Maybe like, oops,
Well-
got really off on that bombing run.
Well, you have BNDD. Yeah, you have badges, and the Turkish aren't going to be like knowing the difference in between what kind of badge. It's an American badge, is what they're going to receive. So yeah, it sounds like you all want to go to the dam then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And arm up.
All right, so that'll take some time. You know, it'll be evening by the time you get there because it was late afternoon when you left.
Hopefully, bought us some time by doing a workforce stoppage.
Yeah. I mean, they are. It's never going to slow them down in their clear plan to excavate that chamber. You know, trench 2. So you get there and there is a guard. You know, there. Then you can tell that there's a little work being done. Most of the day's work is done, but they have a couple of trailers set up with lights on. They're planning. There's some people are moving some equipment around. It's a big damn construction site. So what do you want to tell the guard? Do you want to flash badges there? Do you want to bribe them or like what?
I have human left.
As do I. So
I'm looking for middle management.
Oh,
By
okay.
middle, I mean power to tell people to shut up and look the other way, but does not make enough money to give a shit too much about something that's happening.
This would actually be a good agency spend, like CIA.
I can give you that. So.
So agency would definitely have people at the dam to make sure it's not being sabotaged and no communists there trying to gum up the
so
works.
CIA. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big dam. Like
So
it's
we
a.
can have them distribute
Yeah,
right.
if I can
necessary.
make the CIA mold,
Well,
that's even better. I was just looking for somebody.
The
to
CIA
bribe.
doesn't have a mole there, but they know who to talk to. Like they have a middleman there. So
Contact, so yeah.
yeah, we'll say what's a good Turkish name? I do not have
Amir?
Amir, yeah. I think that's the name of the guy you already have there. So
Samir.
yeah. Turkish names. We'll just use the first name. Barris. So yeah. Barris was like, and he speaks English. So he's like, hello, I've been told by mutual friends that I should talk to you. He meets you at the gate and waves the guard in. Would you want some tea? Please come in.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, we hold it.
All right, so he takes you into a little, one of the trailers. So it is not often that Americans visit at night, but our mutual friend tells me this is the kind of thing I can expect. So I hope nothing is wrong here.
No, nothing's actually wrong overall. So we're basically just coming through on routine inspections around the entirety of the area to make sure everything is up to as much code as possible.
Oh,
So
I do have an empty house that no one knows about, and the things are not heard for. There's no one around for a very long time if you need a house like that.
Like so, we'll put
Thank
that
you,
up
Barris.
notice right now. But that being said, though, that's actually not really within the purview of what was
Oh,
said.
I thought it was.
So, well,
The house has many chains and sacks and shovels.
that's good to know. So
And quicklime.
But no, it's like currently right now, we've been under the impression right now that there might be some parties right now that are that's like more interested in potentially taking from the resources of the dam right now. So we're wanting to
Thieves, not saboteurs. yeah.
Exactly. So we're basically wanting to look into seeing right now if we can potentially draw them out. So, and well, to be honest, right now we're going to try to create a honeypot out of this situation. So we need access to be able to get some resources from you in order to be able to do that.
What kind of resources are we talking about, friend?
Well, a couple
We have
of
a
things right
shopping
now, like
list.
some general building materials right now. But unfortunately, the insidious thing that we've realized is that
Materials that don't need to be inventoried.
that is
Yes.
inventoried and are expended after use.
I mean, it really depends. A shovel, no one's going to miss a shovel,
I
but
dumped 5K on the table.
I still really need to know what you want.
I need access to the room where you keep the blasting materials.
Oh, well, yes, that would give you in the room, but you're not just as much as you can carry out, okay? Don't bring a forklift in, okay?
10,000.
I'm not forklift certified.
Okay.
I would never do something unsafe.
Good. I can tell. You Americans, you're very safe. Yeah.
We always think things through.
Yes. Yes, he takes the money and is like, yes, that would I can make sure that this is explained through drunk driver falling off a cliff. Yes.
I don't give a shit.
Yes.
Where do I go?
Please follow me. It is better if I'm with you. And here, can you pick up that tarp over there? We should probably put a tarp over it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we don't want
Tarps
to
are
see
good.
him, so that's great. Thank you.
So that's very good. You do notice that Barris does get a little more nervous, but he's, consummate professional otherwise. But he takes you to the
He's going to go far.
demolitions building, which has a lot of warning signs, is off to at the very edge of the site. And there is a thick padlock on there, but he produces a key, unlocks it. And before actually stops, so he looks at the three of you. No one light a goddamn cigarette. Please forgive my swearing, but please.
Obviously.
This is not a question of money,
No, wait,
okay?
Okay, it's 1960. Okay, guys, let's kind of like take a moment so we don't smoke.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I've started one already. It's like I've been smoking since I got there.
Yeah. Yes, please, sir.
Yeah.
I must
I've been
insist.
fucking since we got out of the car.
Please, I must insist you put it out. It's
It's
not
like-
a question. You cannot spend the
I
money.
do it. I flick it.
No, just
We're good.
look
Through
at
the door.
Not
came
through
over.
the door.
This is like 100 feet away from the building.
Yeah.
or like look at it longingly for a moment.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
Like, sorry, old friend.
Yeah. Okay, please do not light anything else. I know it is easy. I do not like going here. We've had to replace several shacks. Anyway, yeah, he goes on, unlocks it, and opens it up, and yeah, there he gives you a flashlight, and I will stand out here. You can take a crate of dynamite with you.
All right, let's go.
Someone's standing out there with him.
Yeah.
So,
Two people are.
Yeah,
going
we'll
inside.
load up.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you have
Barris
demolitions?
does not
Wait,
take a walk.
do you have demolitions?
3 points of it.
Well, that's
we're
more like-
ready to go.
I'll let you kind of like take the lead on this.
So yeah, you get.
Turkish for nitroglycerin. I think someone else.
When he sees that both of you are going there, this
Gotta
would
give
need
me
a
extra
little
2,000.
extra. Yeah. I will need some extra.
You read Turkish. You go inside. I'll hold Barris.
Okay, so
Yeah, he wanted one person to go, and if two people are going, then he's going to want more money. So,
an extra $2,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
so
Yeah, I open my coat, let him see my gun, and give him $1,000.
he's like, "Oh, you Americans are please, making
The
money."
shit.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, go.
I can't read that shit.
All right.
Just goes boom.
So you get you
A quantity of dynamite.
you get a quantity of dynamite. So
Move slow.
yeah,
I've seen
this-
this.
It's a lot better in 68, but it's not great.
yeah. Yep. Packed in
Especially
straw.
not in
Yeah.
Turkey,
Yeah. It's not the high grade
Why is
shit.
it sweating? No worries. Move
Yeah, there's
along.
actually a lot of Cyrillic on this. It's like,
Cool.
yeah.
Oh, great, we got communist dynamite here.
He's like, well, you always say use the lowest bidder. So there's some trade. The iron wall is
Make him
not.
American yet, Barris.
He's got.
There is trade between these countries. The iron wall, the iron curtain has some holes in it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's rusting in places.
It's like a chain link fence. Really.
Yeah. It's,
So,
but this, yeah.
looking into in Turkish right now, like I said, obviously we were not here. Last look at,
Yes, I have a bad memory.
and I hope that
I will be doing. My memory will be of doing paperwork to cover for this awful slippage of material.
No. And that's like, and if you have to take a couple weeks off right now because of that, then you are good for a vacation somewhere with your funds. Mm-hmm. Have a nice day.
Yeah. So yeah.
Like, okay, as soon as we're like 100 yards away, okay, Okay, like back up.
Thank God.
Yeah.
The nightmare is over.
Let me just slide up as I stand with one foot up on this crate that I just got.
Fumes.
Yeah.
Put it out on it.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw the match
You
right
see how
on the cracks.
unconcerned I am.
Yeah. Because I'm a manly American. So, yeah, that takes you some time. Did you want to try and use a phone or a radio at the dam site?
Yeah, we actually did want to get back in contact.
Well, we don't need
with them.
dynamite anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean,
So what's it? I probably can't call Carstairs directly, right?
not from the dam site. You can call the Air Force Base.
I can call Baltridge.
Yeah.
We can relay a message.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody want to do that besides me, or do you want me to do that?
So I'll go ahead and do
Okay.
it. So
Yeah. Go
yeah, I'll do it. So
Tell them
that we're on.
Freaky Vector taken over by bullshit invader impersonating Whiteman's brother, and something is wrong with the workers.
Yeah. So I'll
Urgent action.
Yeah, it's like potential vector infection. We are stopping. Send out as much assistance potentially to site as possible. It is about to go hot. So
About to go hot. I don't know what you mean. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, a couple extra $100. The phone's a lot easier to do that, but yeah, you get a hold of Beltridge from the dam site. He takes the message down. He'll pass it on. And yeah, so if you want to drive straight back to the dam, or I mean to the
dig site.
yeah, the Bos Tepe site, the dig site. It'll be late evening, probably 10 o'clock by the time you get back. So
Military science to approach without being seen, like other than just turn the headlights off at a certain distance.
or survival, knowing the way around the plains without potentially hiking it up a distance if necessary. Or
Well, I mean, you do have walkie-talkies. The safest thing would be to send someone out on foot from a distance to see what they're doing. Do they have guards up? You don't know, like, what the disposition of the site is.
our best scouting.
Yeah, well, I know whose job that is.
Yeah, because, you know, they have, you know, it depends on how paranoid they are versus how greedy they are to uncover the site or the chamber, because they don't have many people. So, yeah.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, so that takes an hour. Give me a stealth check.
Can I get a bonus for spending me that military science?
Yeah, you get a pool of 3 points you can use for anything.
Army LLR.
Yeah, the 1 point of military
Army
science will give you 3 points to use on any roll related to assaulting the site.
All right, I will do that and spend 3 points.
Okay.
This is a one rest. Good, I'm glad I did that. 4.
So you belly crawl, and you can see that they are almost entirely focused on the site, but they do occasionally have someone with a flashlight just shining out in the distance.
But they have like lights up, and they're like.
They have torches and lanterns, and yeah, they're frantically digging.
Do they have electricity, or is it all torches?
It is all they doesn't probably it would they don't have. It's probably all lanterns, yeah, lantern and torch. They don't have any electricity. Yeah, it's all muscle power.
Wow, like also really following solid archaeological practices.
Yeah,
Light, flammable risk, night digs.
yeah.
Classic British museum.
Lots of shovels and hand tools.
Yeah, it's actually you don't have to be an archaeologist to know this is not a recipe for actual sound archaeological practice. They should have stopped when they went dark. They are looting and they are frantically trying to get something up. So yeah, but they do send up some. They do have one person with a flashlight. So they have flashlights at least a couple of them, shine a beam down the road, you know, to see if anyone's approaching. And they check the site every 5-7 minutes, something like that.
So I know I looked like the best way to close Trench 2 is to blow up the ditch, right?
Uh-huh.
How did when I looked at that, did I get an idea of how to do it? Like, do I need to bury it? Do I need to just throw it in because it's unstable because they're digging a hole in it?
That is a great question, and that actually is. Let's see here. Yeah, if you just want to bury it, yeah, you would plant explosives along the top part of the trench. You know, your crate of dynamite would do it, and that would fill it in. So it's if you just want to bury it, that's definitely doable with the amount of explosives you have now. If you're trying to now, you don't know what's down there, so you don't know if that would actually, you know, is it something they could dig back up? You know, yeah.
Or if they're already in the case.
Maybe that's something we could approach when there's more than 3 of us.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So probably the best way to do it, like throwing the dynamite from a distance, like if you throw the dynamite in, it's going to go in the bottom of the trench. And really, it would...
So you need to sneak close enough to the ridge to plant it.
That would be the best way.
Okay.
Now, if you take the entire fucking crate and throw it in there and just die, that's definitely going to fuck it up. But, like, how effectively, it's better than nothing. But, like, the best way is plant at the top of the ridge, everything comes crack.
They still have vehicles, right?
Yeah. I'd say there's,
So whatever they're digging out, they're going to have to move it.
Yeah. Actually, one of the vehicles is gone. I would say there's a truck, and there were 2 cars originally. The one that Gilbert arrived in, and the one that is Demir's car. And Demir's car is gone. But the truck that they use for big stuff and Gilbert's car is there.
Probably getting more workers. So, all right. So I guess I'll do this in character. I'll radio in. All right. So they're digging feverishly. They're not looking for anything. They're looking to open something. They've got a guy with a flashlight, but nobody's running posts. Nobody's doing patrols. But if we're going to close it up, we got to get close.
Okay.
And they're not going to send everybody. My best bet, fuck with the vehicles. If you succeed, whatever they do dig up, they can't get out of here. Okay. If you don't succeed, you got the Jeep and you run for it.
Okay.
That draws them away. I do my best to take out whoever's left in the noise and the commotion, plant the shit, and you catch me later.
That's great. I can try to sneak in and see if I can at least damage some of the other vehicles so they can't get in.
I can probably blow one up.
Yeah. Try and get the truck out.
Okay, we'll make
If you could lead a car of them away, that would help me a lot.
Okay. What's your drive?
But then you are in a
5.
gunfight driving across a desert.
Okay.
So, not a great plan.
Fair enough.
So, do you think you could try to lose them right now, taking them out right now while I go for the truck?
Take them out. So,
You need to destroy the truck, and then you need to show them that you're destroying the truck, so they leave the site.
Exactly.
I can cut the fuel line and just.
I mean, but driving out.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can steal the truck too. Like I can hotwire this bitch.
Leave them something to chase you with.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just going to come.
Yeah,
right
we'll need the Jeep right now, but we need to take the truck out. We need to destroy that completely.
I'll steal the truck.
Okay.
That works.
Okay.
All right. So you get out of the Jeep, park it out of sight of the one guard who's keeping an eye out on things. And that would be a stealth check too.
Here we go.
Alrighty.
Yep.
And I'll do my best with my giant fucking sniper rifle.
Yeah, you do see Gilbert. Nice. He is going in and out of the trench, doing
Well, I just went that 4. So
yeah.
8.
Okay, yeah. You're all, like I said, it's open ground, which is bad, but it's dark, which is good, and they're focused on digging, which is also good. So, yeah, you can get to the truck pretty easily. And, yeah, what do you want to do?
Is it mechanics to hotwire it?
The keys are in it.
Like, I'm all ready to... Or I could just... Look.
Yeah. It's like they're in the middle of nowhere. They don't expect anyone to steal it because they're in the middle of nowhere.
Like they saw Americans around. That's foolish of them.
That's on them.
That's a favorite thing to do.
Yeah, with these
stealing things.
It's true. No, you paid for that dynamite, so
you probably not market rate.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the truck on. Mm-hmm. Is there something I could just quickly back into just to create noise?
I mean, starting the truck is going to be a bit of noise in of itself, but yeah, sure. There's
it's like a stack of.
Give
crates.
Me a driving check.
Like a stack of crates or something.
Sure. If you want to do that without getting stuck, yeah.
4.
Yeah, that's enough. So yeah,
Oops.
All right, where are you? Are you also in the truck, or where were you, Gina?
I'm on the truck as well. So,
okay.
Because unless there's any other vehicles,
you have to kill or ditch whoever's coming after you.
Yeah,
you're going to need the guns. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's on translation duty for this part of the job.
Which is I have.
So the workers come swarming out of the trench. They're maybe like less than 100 feet away. Maybe it's actually more like 200 feet because they're yeah. So yeah, you made your driving check, so you're pivoted to go out, but they're yelling at you, and Gilbert's going to spend 2 firearms to take a shot at you. Difficulty is 5, so he needs a 4. And he rolls a 2. So shot hits the truck. Or you hear a shot, you don't see where it lands.
Turn around. Do I see, if I look at it, do I see Gilbert after he took the shot?
Yeah, he's the one in the white suit, and it's now dusted up, and all the other workers are coming out.
At this point, game's on, so I'm taking aim at him.
All right, difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6, gotcha.
Because you're in a moving vehicle.
To go towards the Jeep and pick up the dynamite.
Notions and commotions.
Well, you were heading back to the Jeep anyway, so I'll say you're at the Jeep at this point. So.
Okay, put
On the table.
Finally,
Okay.
so yeah, that's going to be 10.
Okay, roll d6 damage.
Yep. Okay.
I'm sure he's definitely not going to laugh this off and turn into tentacles.
5.
Okay. You shoot him square in the chest, and he keeps going.
Is that a stability test?
I mean, maybe he didn't. I mean, it was in a distance.
Yeah, it's dark. It's fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
He's totally not.
Could be wearing a vest.
Yeah, vests do exist, although they're...
I'm just impressed you got a shot off in the back of a fucking deuce that.
Yeah, I said the difficulty at 6. Yeah, exactly.
I am somewhat trained, so...
That's not training. That's blind ass luck.
So, yeah, you are driving, and they are piling into... Some of the workers are piling into the other car to go after you, so... And, yeah, I assume you're just driving as fast as you... All right, give me another driving check. It is night, and you're trying to go fast, and, in a big truck, It is, fortunately, pretty flat out there, but there's still potholes and shit.
4.
All right. You're doing fine, and the worker's just going to he's going to spend 2. I think it's a 5, so they have a smaller, faster car with more acceleration, so they're catching up. But, yeah, aside from that, Gilbert did not get in the car in time. He's slow. He's going to take one more shot. He's going to spend 2 more firearms. He definitely needs a 6. Well, he does get it, so it's you, Gina, so rolled a 4, added 2, so... Bullet singes you for 5 damage.
Jesus. Well, I might be... Well, I'm very injured now, so...
All right, are you...
I'm down to 2.
So remember, you're at 0, between 0 and negative... Once you're -1 to -6, you're slightly wounded, and once you get to past -6, that's when you're really in a bad situation. So right now, it's superficial, so, like...
It's a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound.
It's hurting, so it doesn't feel like a flesh wound.
That's like, suck it up. Everyone gets shot once.
Yeah.
Was your truck empty?
So...
Now, what's in the truck?
Yeah, it is empty. It looks like there was a large empty crate in it, or near it. It looks like they were waiting... They were
Put something inside.
to put something inside of it, yeah. So that would be your interpretation of it. So they had not quite gotten the thing that they were trying to get.
So even if there's chains or anything, you throw that. Hope it gets caught.
I mean, I would say this would be preparedness check. There could be something that they forgot about.
I'll actually, I'll spend that, so...
So...
Could be wedge blocks in case it was on a hill.
Yeah.
It was big wooden blocks.
Yeah, wedge blocks, yeah.
Extra tools or anything.
Yeah,
like
fairness.
you said, chains doing that stuff. Yeah.
An RPG would be nice, just to have one back there.
Toolbox,
Yeah.
lamps.
We're gonna say no on that one. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Oh,
very...
more oil lamps.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Yep, that's gonna be 9.
All right, one of those things mentioned you can have.
So.
Hey, Molotov to the windshield makes it very difficult to
That's
drop.
right. So yeah, we'll make it like
That'll
larger
ruin
oil
your night
lamps.
vision
So.
real fast.
Okay, so turning a lantern into a Molotov is pretty easy. So everyone has lighters because it's the 60s. You all smoke like chimneys, but that's definitely going to be a difficult athletics check on your next round because first you have to climb into the back and get it ready. So you don't have to make a roll for that. It's just bumpy and awkward. But the car is behind you, so give me another driving check. Worker's going to spend 1. Rolls well.
6.
All right. You're getting some distance, but there is a worker with a bolt-action rifle, and he is going to take a shot at you. Actually, no, he's going to take a shot at the tire for the truck, because they can replace the tire. The difficulty is 6. He doesn't make it, so... It's a bolt-action rifle. yeah.
And
Speeding
across the desert.
Yeah, so...
Video game made this look
meanwhile,
so easy.
you're sneaking back with the... How much dynamite?
I'm going to bring the crate until I get within, like, the realm of illumination.
Yeah.
I don't want to be seen. And then I'm just doing my best to, like, just masking tape a bundle of sticks together so I can put them in, like, each pocket. Because I really don't want to drag... I'll have a strategic reserve of dynamite in the dune.
Okay.
I really don't want to drag the whole
So you're dragging the whole crate, one whole crate of dynamite.
until I get to where I'm not going to be able to do that without being seen. Yes.
So you can see Gilbert. He did not get in time in the truck, so he's back at the mound, and he is watching the lights in the distance, but then yelling at the workers, and they are now guarding the site. They are,
How many?
I will say 6. But they are unorganized, and they are only armed with melee weapons like pickaxes and shovels. None of them have guns, although Gilbert definitely has a handgun. And they're scattered around a very large mound, remember. So there are definitely, if you kill one, you'll have an opening. But of course, if you don't do it silently, they'll be able to swarm your position pretty quickly. So yeah.
All right, I will try.
You're at the edge, right outside their edge of detection, their ability to detect you. So, because again, they're kind of like, they're not.
Also, lantern lights. So
Yeah.
Their vision cone is pretty
Yeah,
clear to see.
there are some torches and other lanterns and things set up at the site itself, so that the mound itself is pretty well illuminated.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it doesn't extend very far into the darkness. So
I can find like an approach if I kill one to get towards the
yeah,
top of the mountain.
yeah. There's one. Yeah, there. If you can stealthily kill one, you can definitely do this.
All right, I pocket my dynamites and shoulder my rifle, and I get to sneaking.
Yeah, give me a sneak check.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my stealth. I have a feeling athletics gets me out of here. 6.
Yeah, you don't have to roll to make an attack. With that, you just get up behind them.
I
and
have a Garrett's.
Yeah.
So yeah. Is that...
you pull them down into the grass with you, and give me a sense trouble check.
I'm very aware there's trouble.
But is this
I've created a large portion of the trouble. It would be foolish to say otherwise.
Yeah.
7.
Okay. You garrot him. The knife, the steel wire cuts through the throat like butter. You feel the spinal cord pretty quickly, and he just twitches. And
Philippus taught me that one.
yeah, and that's when you can see tendrils coming out of the ground into the body, thin, inky tendrils. And
Can I draw it back before they reach it, or
they're coming from the ground where you take it.
like rock or?
Not exactly where you are. There's
I'm
some.
fucking dropping it because I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hover, so that's a,
Yeah. You can take the garrot and get away from the body.
yeah. I'm gonna have to pay that no mind.
Yeah.
and get to work.
Yeah. So you ignore that little bit, and you get to the ridge.
Ignoring it, I'm gonna keeping an eye on that mound of shadow over there.
So you get to the mound, you get to the pit, where you can see that let's see here. When you look into the trench too, you can see that they have broken into an underground chamber that looks very solid, despite being clearly thousands of years old, with solid stone walls. And the chamber is ankle deep in slimy water. And yeah,
Not stepping in that.
yeah, there is the inky water sort of ripples without anything striking it. The ripple. Who was the first person you killed?
I didn't know their name.
Yeah.
They were probably a
The
VC or
Yeah.
NVA. Yeah. Oh hell, it was 68. It was definitely NVA.
as you look down in the trench, you hear it's like a death rattle of the first man you killed. It sounds almost exactly like that. Just gonna make a stability check.
You're not calling for a stability check?
Yeah, no, you gotta make a stability check.
Bullshit.
I
Yeah,
won't do it if
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have to. But, I can spin on it, right?
yeah. Difficulty 4. This will be for 2. Yeah.
Because I've been failing these like fucking crazy. 5.
All right. There is like a presence, and but you deny it, and it is.
I got a landslide to cause.
Yeah. Give me that demolitions check.
Spending it all 3 points of it. Do it. Thank God. Solid 4.
That's weird looking.
I got that from the Yellow Submarine. So
Oh, okay, cool.
both of these things.
Yeah, nice. So you're working at it. You get the dynamite along the edges of the ridges, and that's when Gilbert turns and sees you. You can light the fuse and run. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely that.
Give me that beautiful athletics check.
We'll spend 4.
See if Gilbert has any firearms left.
The hell out of there.
You're doing the T-1000, Ron.
No, I'm doing the
You managed to get it on your backpack.
serpentine.
No, the Tom Cruise.
Just get on your backpack.
Well, he
and
misses you.
slide.
Good.
Yeah. He used his firearms pool earlier, so he yells at you, "This won't stop anything. This won't stop. It can't stop. I speak." And then I speak for the and there's an explosion. So
Lorax.
You speak for no.
meanwhile, give me that athletics check for the Molotov.
I was like, how's it going back there?
Man, I hope that explosion doesn't come off as you're getting ready to throw that.
Like,
No, they're pretty. Yeah.
Still spending as much as we need to. Thank God I did. That'll be 5. So.
All right. It strikes the car and catches on there, so he needs a 6 to not go off the road and flip the car. Well, he rolls a 1. So that he does not. The driver's not great at dealing with fire.
You didn't expect to be doing this today.
Yeah, so the car flips over several times as he spins out of control, and so you start running, and there's a figure in front of you, and you're like, "How could this be?" And you see it's the worker you killed. His head is hanging back, almost 90 degrees angle, and he's reaching out towards you. Give me a stability check. He is easy to avoid because it's like he can't see you very well. But there are inky tendrils reattaching his head to the rest of his body.
4.
Yeah, you're fine.
Except for that 1 I spent.
Yeah. And
You
you're
just juke and go around, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I make it back to my strategic reserve of dynamite.
yeah.
All right, more bundles of that for the road. And then I start sprinting into the desert to try and...
Well, you're at the Jeep. You could just drive the Jeep away.
Oh, yeah, I could go back to the Jeep, yeah.
Yeah, I assume that.
And we have the radio, so we can
Yeah.
we're in contact. Like,
So yeah, you could just drive.
Just
and
calling back,
they're
"Money,
on
are you
foot.
still alive?"
And Gilbert is definitely yeah. Well, you lost sight of Gilbert during the explosion. So.
Yeah, I imagine there's not a lot of light over there anymore.
On the-
Torches and lanterns went out. What with the
I mean, there were some on the northern Trench 1 that are still up. Like the explosion was centered on Trench 2 on the southern edge.
Like,
So.
if you set off dynamite in the desert, you just caused a dust storm.
Oh yeah,
Not
that's
to
true.
mention
Yeah.
the fact that it's the dead of night.
Yeah,
So
there's
it's probably
a
very
couple.
dark over
Yeah,
there.
it's pretty dark. There are a couple scattered lights, but it's not super lit.
Yeah.
So just give me one driving check to not crash the Jeep at
And the
night.
really sad thing is those workers truly weren't going to be paid.
I spent 3.
They got paid in immortality, but
5.
they didn't.
All right, you're both fine. So yeah,
Can I tell what direction they went?
Well,
yeah,
we can radio
you-
each other, so.
yeah, you can radio each other.
Hell,
The nearest village is an hour away.
I want to get to the. Did they
Yeah.
ever get rid of?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy?
they
Okay.
did.
Yeah, so I was once we got it, we hear the explosion. Like, Money, are you okay? Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely takes a while for me to respond to you after the explosion. Really juking the headless man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I head back to the village to wherever we decide as a region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is, if somebody wants to make preparedness, you could have set up a safe house in the village. Basically paid some farmer off to don't look in the barn and don't tell anybody we're in the barn.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 14K. That's pretty prepared.
And a couple medical supplies.
Well, you gave
so
him
we
an
can-
extra 1,000. It's 13K. Yeah.
And some medical supplies so we can patch ourselves.
Yeah. So someone give me a preparedness spin.
I'll do that.
All right, make the spin. I mean, roll. It's a roll.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for you to roll, Tom.
4.
All right. Yeah, it's a place where you can get the Jeep out of sight, and there's a first aid kit and some cold food, some bread and some water.
Yeah, find some place, find a ditch to dump that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some MREs.
Oh yeah. You can ditch the truck and pull the fuel pump or whatever. You can sabotage it. You don't have to make a roll for that. Puncture all the tires alone would be enough.
Yeah, we were all slashing everything,
Yeah.
so it's...
Take the spark plug. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's big enough to get something through the desert without roads, it's
I have a solitary potato to put in the
going to
exhaust.
be pretty hard to replace the tires in a hurry.
Yeah. That truck's fucked. They're like 80 years old. Take a left at the truck. What? No. Yeah. Actually, well, yeah. Depends on whether this part's going to get flooded or not. Be like,
Yeah.
scuba. Look,
Scuba
see.
around the truck.
Yeah.
It's the landmark.
Yeah.
That truck that we found in Busick.
Yeah, exactly. So you get to the safe, you get to the barn basically at the edge of the village. You get there and you can crash and rest if you want.
Roll first aid on myself.
Sure, yeah. Or somebody else can do first aid. It's 1-to-1 if somebody else wants to spend it.
Okay, how much damage did you take?
5. So
I have 5. I'll spend all my first aid.
Yeah.
I want to find a place called Baldridge.
Okay.
I go to sleep.
same.
There is one phone in town. It's at the hotel, so you can go there.
Disguise tradecraft.
Tradecraft for free, yeah.
Tradecraft?
Demir's car is there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there.
Do I know where Demir is at?
I mean, this is outside. You're walking to the hotel to go
So
place
it's
a.
at the hotel.
Well, this car is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do I get points back if I go in by myself without telling anybody what I'm doing?
Yeah, if you haven't tapped your thrill seeker thing, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, yeah, sure. It's a 3-point refresher, or 1 point investigative, or 3-point general.
Can I save it for when I know
Yeah.
what it's going to be?
No, that's not how refreshers work. You don't have to tap it. You can wait till the end of the
Suppose I
scene.
could be sneaky again.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's going to be...
All right. Yeah, so the hotel is locked up at night. They definitely lock their doors. So if you want to use the phone in the dead of night, you either have to... You could make a preparedness spin to make contact with the guy and prearrange this, or... I forgot what lock picking is. I think it's...
the filter.
Yeah, filch to pick the lock. Or athletics to climb up to the second story where the windows are open and get in through the...
Do that.
Athletics? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. There's an open window.
Also, I doubt Mir is up there right now, so that's helpful. Spin 3.
Okay. Yeah, you get in.
Jesus.
With that, say you don't even have to make a stealth check after that. You can just get straight to the phone. And
Do
yeah,
I see him? Is he in the lobby? Is
He
he in
is-
the bar? Is he...
there's no bar. It's turkey.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of hotel places that he could be at. That's not just
There are
chilling
rooms.
in the room, yeah.
He could be in a room asleep.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
You have Streetwise. Yeah, there is a little opium den in town. You know that.
Yeah, he is the connection that we
Yeah.
use to get the Mediterranean.
So he could have parked here and gone over to the opium den, or he could be in his room. Those are the two most likely places
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, you can call up Baltridge. What do you want to say?
Okay, anyway. Yeah, I call him up and say, we have reburied the site, but I do not know how long. You got to tell Carstairs we need help out here.
What kind of help?
Excavators, control of the area. There is something in the ground.
Okay.
It needs to stay in the ground. It's a logistics problem, man. I got 3 guys and shovels.
Okay.
Ain't nothing shit I can do to keep it down there.
Well, I can't get you dynamite, but I can get you military
We
items.
don't need the dynamite anymore.
Okay.
I need someone to go out there, make sure whatever that is stay in the ground.
Well, a couple of weapons can go missing from the armory if you need those.
I think a flight needs to go over with an accidental training.
We don't
accident.
got bombing. We don't got anything. We don't have bulldozers.
Not there. Like, I mean, bulldozers. It'll take time. It'll take like a week to get here. But like weapons, I could probably do. Actually, this would be a good case for bureaucracy. Make a bureaucracy roll or an agency spend of some kind.
Army?
Yeah, it is a military. It's an Air Force base, but I would say that I'm not going to get that pedantic about it. So yeah, bureaucracy. You do realize if you tell Jale Inan about this has totally gone pear shaped. She could like re-exert bureaucratic control. She wanted to get rid of it, but now knowing that there's, funky shit like you can make.
Call her next.
Okay. So, yeah, with your army spin, what do you like? He can get you something from the army, like bulldozers and excavator. I guess they could get you if you come back to the base, there could be a truck with
Can I get a checkpoint of scrubs to at least make sure nothing leaves or goes in?
if you can guarantee that they're going to come back, like.
Don't send them all the way in. Just on the road, the only way in and out. Like, make sure no one's going towards the site. Do not go near the site.
All right.
I don't want if there's some.
All right, I can do the checkpoint. That's it.
All right, then that's it.
All right.
But you got to have people checking papers before anyone goes into the area.
Okay. All right.
At least cordon it off
All right. Yeah.
and tell me if anything lands there. We don't want planes or helicopters coming in.
Okay. So and then you call Jala in on. Now this would be a bureaucracy role, or do you have bureaucracy?
I spent it all.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, I guess, you have the phone
I mean,
service.
you didn't sneak in.
I would say you could spend it and tell him what to say.
Contact right now, too.
Yeah. So that's a general ability, though, right?
Yeah, it is, so.
All right. How many are you spending?
3.
All right, give me a roll.
Yeah, it's going to be 8.
All right. She says,
Gina more than Eli.
yeah, it's true. That's kind of her job, really.
I am supposed to be liked until I kill somebody.
Oh, yeah, your job is to just kill people. Yeah. Technically, your job is not to kill people. It's to translate, but, it's a CIA, killing comes up.
Yes.
So the two of you, so she will get on it. You woke her up, but you managed to say the right things. That they're looting, that this is not done anywhere. That's a night. And you think that they're using dynamite there to speed it up, and there's probably you heard an explosion recently there. So
they're obvious. They're basically taking a heritage site and ruining it. For
yeah. And so she will start raising hell with the Turkish government, and she has pull there. So the real question is, how committed are these people to getting it? Are they going to? Yeah. So, but it's late now. Are you going to look for Demir, or are you going to go back to your safe house?
I don't know how I'd find them just knocking on doors.
I mean,
Doesn't seem safe.
probably not. No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Just walking up, heroin dealer. I mean,
that's wise. You can figure out where the opium den is, but you don't know how many people are there or what they're armed with.
Really want to make a demolitions roll?
You can make a roll without having any points to spend in it.
Yeah, and what happens when I fail?
I don't know. It would be funny.
Just holding some sweaty, unstable Soviet dynamite.
Yeah.
If I know how to set it up, is it a demolitions roll? If I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know how I would do it.
Right. I mean, the thing is, what are you wanting to do?
I have dynamite in my pockets.
Yeah.
I have to open the hood of his car, put the dynamite in the hood of the car, put the fuse of the dynamite in the starter, and wait.
Yeah.
That's not... I don't have to, rig a timer or even light anything. I just have to put it there.
The role is there for you to make sure, this is the dynamite will actually work.
But it's not going to blow me up if I fuck it up.
No.
Then I'm definitely making the roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Good trip home here.
All right. Give me a stability check for, car bombing. Hopefully there's no civilian collateral damages.
you're okay with it.
Yeah.
Give him the whole wad.
Just half.
Yeah, I'm
Just
keeping some dynamite in reserve.
Yeah.
Your personal dynamite.
Get
All right.
COC vibes for this adventure.
Yeah. I mean, it's a historical adventure. It's just what you do in a Cthulhu game that's on the modern day.
Is this your emotional support dynamite?
It's everyone's emotional support dynamite. That's just how it is. How it would be in this Cthulhu mythos world. Yeah. So
Only that my dynamite understands me.
all right. So you get back to the safe house. You can get a couple hours of sleep, eat your cold bread, stale bread, and goat meat jerky or whatever, and dates, dried fruit. So yeah, pretty hiker food.
Ross,
yeah.
I'm immersed.
Yeah,
Good job.
Thank you. And you wake up in the morning, and your radio's crackle to life. There is Corporal first. Corporal. Someone give me a good corporal name from the 1960s. Landis. Corporal Landis.
We'll stop those helicopters.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn.
That's
Fucking hell.
just sabotaging everything, huh?
God damn.
God. So, what Corporal Landis says, hello, am I speaking to Captain Munny?
Hilarious. They think I'm a captain. Yep.
He gives you a password that you know, and he says, yeah, I was supposed to talk on this frequency to reach you because this is your mission. We hauled up an hour ago, set up the checkpoint, but there's 2 vehicles approaching and a truck and, well, they're both a truck and a sedan, and there's a lot of people in them.
Hold them there. Check their papers. We'll be there in an hour.
Okay. All right. So,
They're so going to be dead by the time we get there. Just saying.
Thanks, Abrams.
yeah.
I'm just
Read your book.
Hey, I already read it.
Yeah, so you're hurrying to the checkpoint?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I spent all my driving, by the way.
That's very soon to have the cordon be tested an hour after it's been erected. Yeah.
Well, they maybe were driving all through the night already to get there because Demir called them earlier. And as you leave the village, there's an explosion in the village.
What was that?
Man, wild country.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Stare out the window and say nothing.
Yeah. So by the time you get to the checkpoint, though, the corporal and a couple privates are there, and they're arguing with each other, and the vehicles are not there. The truck and sedan mentioned earlier are not there.
Oh man, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, and as you pull the Jeep up, they see the three of you, and as I fucking told you, look at that guy. Look, yeah, it was the corporal Landis. I disagreed, and Landis like, shut the fuck up. So yeah,
They sent their A team.
Yeah, I
human to like realize it's 1968 and these corporals and privates out here in Turkey. Oh, they're someone's kids, and it says, yeah, I checked their papers, sir. They were fine.
Forgetting something, son?
I'm sorry.
You in front of a superior officer?
Oh, sorry. He salutes you, sir.
So why did you disregard my disorders again?
They had a time sensitive mission, and their papers were clearly in order. And
Captain Money, I distinctly heard you say to hold that vehicles there till we arrived. I heard it.
So there's three there: the corporal, and the angry private. There's also a private who's like smoking and looks very nervous.
Baltard sent me a 3-man team.
Yeah.
Fucking Air Force.
The quiet private kind of looks at you, and then, sir, can I have a word with you?
Talk to one of my associate soldiers.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'll take him.
Okay.
What can I do here?
I'm stripping Landis of his rank, which I have no right to do.
Yeah, you were just giving him the right act. But Landis kind of sticks to his story, but you have a notice. And I imagine, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Eli, do you see his front pocket is bulging, like his front shirt pocket. So, like there is a rectangular object in there, or perhaps many rectangular objects that are
stacked
a
up.
wad, perhaps. Hey, so the quiet private is talking to you, Gina, and Gina, he says, "Look, here's the deal. For leave, there's not a lot of places to go, but we do go to Mercen sometimes for leave. And, you go to some places, you start recognizing some faces.
Okay, so obviously the brothel or someplace where you're seeing them.
Yeah, and I just recognize some of the dudes in that truck.
From where? Like, where are you seeing them?
I don't use, man, but like,
Pulling him close right now. At this moment, I do not give a fuck what your recreation is. I am not part of your unit. Tell me the goddamn truth.
The guys were with the fucking Union Corsican mafia. Like I know, like fucking Steve is mad about this shit. But if I told Landis to take that bribe, I was like, yeah, man, it's a really good idea. If we hadn't taken that fucking bribe, we'd all be fucking dead.
So
they were getting through it.
One way or the other. Okay. I'm not blaming you on this point, too, for it, but thank you for coming forward. So you will not get into trouble for this, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'll at least vouch right
Also,
now.
that guy's not a captain, is he?
So you didn't. That's like, we're all captain rank as far as you're concerned.
Actually, fuck, I am a captain.
That's like, and I bring, that's like money, I'm sort of getting them back over into level for a second.
Oh, I've already popped open his fucking fatigues and pulled out what?
There's a big wad of US dollars.
But I'll go up to the money.
I'm just slapping it at him. Like, how are you explaining this?
It was a gift. My family's well off. All right, I didn't want to leave it in my foot locker.
I'm just coming right now, grabbing his collar.
Yeah,
I was like, gun now.
All right. Yeah, you can take his gun.
Yeah, I was like, sit in the corner.
It's not a corner.
Like in the middle. I'm just pointing to a piece of patch in the middle of the deck side. Turn back over to money right now. Corsicans are on site.
How many?
So I was like, look back at the other private. What was his name?
Morris.
Morris. How many were on the? That's like both cars.
That was a good question. Let me read that.
Oh.
All right, 6 in each car.
12.
How many miles out are we?
Just to be easy, probably an hour away.
So, I mean, we don't have to kill 12 of them. We have to kill 2 cars. And we could just keep stranding unnatural beings in the Turkish desert. SAS style with a Jeep.
Until a bombing raid comes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Very SAS Rogue Heroes. Pop up.
Well, they do have some M16s you can commandeer.
Oh, yeah, we're taking all their weapons. And the
Yeah.
boys are going with me. We have a mission now.
Which they're not happy to, but like...
Hey, well,
Yeah.
should have stopped him on the fucking road.
Yeah. All right. So now 6 of you in 2 cars, and they have 3 M16s, and you have a rifle, and so you have 4 rifles between the 6 of you. Yeah.
So what time of day is it?
Right now it's morning, so yeah.
It's gonna be a lot harder to approach. Mm-hmm. I could do it again. I got 3 points of stealth. I can creep forward and report.
Well, it's probably going to be better guarded now that they have reinforcements.
Yeah.
Or actually survival, too. What would be a good daytime approach to basically minimize, I guess, dust also?
Survival would tell you don't go during the day.
Obviously, but we don't really have a choice, so what's the best second? What's our second best option is the question. So.
A second best option. The only thing you can think of is the grass is tall enough in some areas. Someone could belly crawl a long ways, and if you to get close enough to a vehicle and puncture the fuel tank, and then if you can somehow get a ways from it, have like a trail of fuel and then you can ignite it from a distance, and then belly crawl close up back to like one of the hills, ignite it, then run behind cover. Everyone else covers you from another angle.
I mean, you could also just blow out all the tires.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, belly crawling through the grass
I
would
know
be.
they brought 8 spares. Yeah.
No, that's true. They brought a new truck. They have a new truck and a new sedan, and some of the workers are back, and all the workers look different now. Actually, if you get close enough, you have binoculars in there, and they look different. There are inky black spots and lines on the skin of a lot of these workers. And Gilbert's there, although there's like his suit is all torn up.
So I guess I did sneak up. And do that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend myself.
Yeah, you don't have to make a stability check for that. This is just looking at
Okay.
the doc.
Well, I report that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I have another plan.
Mm-hmm.
Eli's just like looking up at the desert sky and laughing. Like he hasn't had this much fun in a long time. He's just sitting in the fucking Pacific Northwest watching weed grow. Just blast. Yeah. But the weekend paintball pass.
I mean, you did set them back quite a bit. They're having to basically redig up the entire trench at this point to get
So
back.
there's nothing else distracted with that, so...
Yeah. No, you've definitely cost them at least a day in excavation.
You still have dynamite, obviously. If we want to pull
I mean,
another
we could
trip-
drive back to the base and get the 79.
I don't want them to go anywhere by themselves.
No.
Or one of you could go. And
the Keystone Commandos here.
yeah, we've been doing practice with that.
How much practice?
Yeah, it's not much else to do out here. It's hard to get a drink.
Human, how much are they lying about that?
No, they actually they do target practice with the M79. Like it's
Like there's a rodent in the desert.
yeah.
I can go
All
grab
right, can I roll preparedness not to die if I sit out here in the desert all day and watch them?
No, yeah. You can make a preparedness check to have enough supplies to do that.
4.
All right, yeah. You have enough to it'll the kind of thing you're actually used to. Yeah, not to.
All right, I'll tell them they can do what they need to do because that's their position. I'm just going to have to sit out here and watch from the high grass. We could wait until nightfall because it seems like they got a job of work to do to dig. I don't want to get closer than I am now because that ground is scary. I'd prefer to have someone else shooting from a different direction while I am blowing out the tires
Right.
so they can't.
I can do that. I still get all my firearms.
And,
So
I still have stealth, so I could go in there and try to blow out the tires,
We
too.
also have, I also have a sniper rifle. I can do it from a mile away because it's a stationary target.
Yeah.
So I'd like someone with a Jeep to come pick me up so I don't have to hoof it. I would like
I'll do that.
our great soldiers to fire ineffectually or otherwise from a different direction to make noise, and then immediately hoof it. Mm-hmm. And then we just leave them without transportation in the desert and go back and call Beltran and see if he can send me someone better than the fucking Hogan's Heroes here.
All right.
So yeah, I can drive since I have. That's I'm sure you.
I spent all my
mine, so I'll take that.
Okay. Yeah, you can set this up to delay it even further, and so not you spend the day watching it. You've zeroed in on the trucks. You know exactly what to do, or what order to shoot them all. And you're pretty far out. It doesn't look like any of those Corsicans.
Yeah, I know the gas tank won't blow, but if you hit it, it'll leak.
Yeah.
So gas tanks. Yeah.
Corsicans, you see them, they're walking around, they openly have submachine guns and pistols.
It's not going to get anywhere near my ass.
No, it is not.
Rifle.
Yeah.
I'll have 22s.
Yeah, and yeah, so you're at one place, and then you want all the NPCs at another one, the little 3-man squad.
I want them to roll in hard, stop way too far away to do any damage, and just open up on those motherfuckers.
Okay, yeah.
So somebody's job is going to have to be to get the Keystone Cops ready for war.
I'll do that.
All right,
You
yeah.
got to get them back in their vehicles and hauling ass in the other direction towards the army base.
I'm an actual...
Yeah, you actually have leadership experience.
I'm an actual officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then someone's got to pick me up in the Jeep. So
Which that'll be me. So
Okay.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
Fucking dude.
Yeah. So, yeah, all right, so you take the shot for leadership. What's your leadership approach there, Marcus?
It's inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
you are the last line of defense.
We're gonna blindly fire at these
Yeah.
archaeologists.
Yeah, I want to hear what just give me a little taste of the Marcus Abrams School of Leadership.
It's like, all right, boys. It's like, you feel like you've come here, serving your country, and all you've done is you've sat in the desert and done nothing. Mm-hmm. Well, now's your chance. You're actually going to take part in an operation to secure the safety of your country. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to engage the enemy, and you're going to shoot live fire at them. Mm-hmm. Like, and then we are going to fall back in an orderly manner. And then you were going to see the results of true special operatives.
Oh, okay.
So perhaps maybe even get a taste of it. Maybe one day become one yourself. Who knows? You have potential. I see it in you.
All right, yeah, they're really laid on there. That's good. That'll work.
In my head, I'm thinking and I can't afford to let any of you die. So, you're gonna follow me in.
So you can drive, and you can have the other 3 basically be gunners, and so
basically, you're gonna do exactly what we tell you to do it exactly how we tell you to do it, and then bug out the moment I say to bug out.
I mean, they have an open Jeep. You could just do a drive-by, basically.
But that even better, this sounds like something might become popular in urban areas decades from now.
I mean, it was already popular. Like fucking Al Capone's people were pretty popular.
Yeah, distance so they can't shoot you back, and volume of fire are key.
So basically,
do you want them to shoot first, or you shoot first?
We got to go at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
that's the key.
Basically, I'm going to coordinate the spray and pray with you.
Yeah, you synchronize watches. You have radios. And you have trade, craft, and military science. You don't have to spend this is pretty simple as operations go.
I'll get the Jeep up to speed, and the moment I'll have you on the radio. The moment you say open fire,
yeah,
I'll have them open fire.
Well, no, you just do a countdown.
Just make sure Gina's in position and all that stuff.
Yeah. Gina's behind you. With the other Jeep. And
do I need to spend inspiration?
Yeah, spend a point of inspiration, because otherwise they're definitely not going to shoot or do something stupid. But you're
so glad you can bring a rifle on a plane in 1960.
Yeah, yeah, it just has to be in checked luggage. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, give me them firearms checks. There's 2 vehicles, 2 checks.
I will spend 3 on the first, and I get +2 firearms on my first attack, so it's a 5. That's a 9.
Yeah, that fucking is disabled as shit. So you don't have to. You just need to give me a driving check too.
Well, I spent all my drive, so let's see how this goes.
I mean, you can give them an insane difficulty number and see if they accidentally hit anybody.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Roll a d6 for their shooting. Just if it's a 6, it'll be better than average.
3.
All right, yeah. They don't shoot each other, or you.
Smacks of death.
Yeah.
Do they fire back at least?
Yeah, well, give me a driving check.
2.
2. All right, so you do actually get a little too close. So they get close, but they don't get a 6, so they don't hit you. So it's a little close for comfort.
I know how I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Like if some of the bullets hit close by.
Yeah, they're whizzing by.
Like, congratulations, boys! You just been blooded in combat.
You just spent that point of inspiration. It's somehow this bullshit.
It's just weeping.
Yeah,
They're crying and vomiting into the back.
So give me one more vehicle to shoot. I'll give you +2 because you got a really good roll in the last one. So
I will spend 2 more.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I think another 9.
Yeah, you disable both vehicles. And
Have a good walk, boys!
you're far enough you don't have to make an athletic check. You're just running and you're just driving. So yeah. So all of you get away.
No, that's how it's pretty. You guys just got blooded in combat.
And
Good job.
Yeah.
You're
They're on
veterans.
the radio expecting like Credence to play, but it's Turkish radio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not quite the same.
Really disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm used to that.
Yeah, there wouldn't be. Yeah, there's no tape decks.
No, there's reel to reel. And
Yeah.
so you drive straight back to the Air Force Base because that's probably the only safe place for you now. And you all go to Baltridge, and he is just like, he hears this story. He's like, God damn it. Okay, I'll get you an actual fire team. We got to put a fucking lid on this thing.
Yeah, there's 12 pissed off Corsican mafiosos.
Yeah.
In a black site.
Yeah.
Walking out.
Yeah. All right, so...
Unless you could flood the fucking lake early.
All right, this will be a time for everybody calling favors and bureaucracy to see what else you can get. Well, these chuckleheads are still assigned for this mission for another 3 days, so they're staying.
Oh, good, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got the cream of the crop.
Well, look, yeah.
Actually, second call over to Interpol to see if there's any less like local, that's the connections with local
With Interpol
or CIA, because I do have another.
Well, yeah, Interpol, you could tell them to help Jale Inans and speed up the response of the Turkish government coming in force, but you don't know when that will be, and probably if it's just the Turkish government, they're probably not going to get there in time to stop the excavation. So, because again, you've slowed it down, but you haven't stopped it. They're probably sending people out to go back to that village to make another call, send more trucks. So it's
Return to Love Your Dead. Send more trucks.
Yeah, that's basically it at this point. But if you CIA, how much CIA do you have?
I have one more CIA left.
Okay, one more CIA. They do have a contractor you can pick up, and the contractor is someone in Mercen, so someone have to go and pick him up. But they say he's a reliable hitter.
Okay,
he's good with a rifle or a knife, and he doesn't ask questions. We'll pay him but probably give him a little extra money on the way once you meet him.
We still got 13K.
Yeah. So
good.
Actually, we have more because I definitely did not give Landis his bride back.
Oh, that was only like $500, but yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Corsians are cheap.
I mean, it was like in 20s though. Yeah.
Landis is cheap. Jesus.
$500 in 1968.
7K for some dynamite.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
this is a much better negotiator.
Actually,
Yeah.
so can I spend a point of army to get like an M60?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right.
Can I go with the helicopters? Last name is Landis.
Yeah. No, Landis has a brother. He's
No, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
I'll give you that to you for free. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'll give you a free refresh if you want to take.
We're keeping this one on the ground.
I refuse to apologize for that.
No, that's fine, Sean. Just here, yeah. So, yeah. Does anybody else have any bureaucracy roles they want to make or agency spends?
Oh,
I already spent my army.
I can spend bureaucracy.
Okay.
I would really love an RPG in case.
Yeah, you can. Well, law. Yeah, they have light anti-tank weapons at this point, I think.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, something that
Or an M70.
Something for a helicopter.
Yeah. In case they have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they might, yeah.
I don't know. At this point, I would consider finding a way out of the desert besides driving. Because,
Yeah.
the tire reaper haunts the land, destroying motor vehicles.
Yeah.
So it was
That's
like,
fair.
He comes in with dry rot.
it was like, this was clearly not a good year.
Your rubber is no good here.
Yeah, make a bureaucracy roll to see.
Heard that one before.
5.
5, yeah. You can get an anti-tank weapon, yeah. That'll definitely blow up a helicopter. So, yeah. Is there any... So, yeah, you can get a contractor. You got the M60. You got the the law. Is there anything else? And Baltridge, yeah, he's doing all he can. He's already been breaking a lot of rules to help you as it is. Yeah.
So I guess we can't get an Arclight mission just in case.
They don't have one here. They don't have that kind of ordinance.
I mean, they're very good at losing those bombing missions and going off target, but not Turkey.
Yeah, not in Turkey, yeah. If you're in Vietnam, yeah, sure. If you're in Laos, maybe. But, like...
I want this to be a trading accident. But
Kissinger has
obviously
bombed Hoboken.
Yeah. We're not quite there yet. I mean, Hoboken's river's on fire, right? So, yeah, he can't really... He's not going to go. He has to stay at his post, and he definitely doesn't want to go. But, yeah, you can get a contractor. So, yeah, if there's any other spins you want to make?
I guess I was the only military science for a good
Remember,
approach.
if you haven't done your refresh for motivation or rest yet, you could do that and get an agency point back.
That's true. So,
Yeah.
let's see.
Actually, Marcus, there is something you could do. They do, if you go to Mersin. They have a graveyard in Mersin.
Or probably, like,
But you'd have to wait until night, and also you may not want to. That may be a little compromise your.
can I spend a point of tradecraft to go there completely unseen?
Well, I mean, no. The problem is explaining it to your buddies because you have to be gone all night.
I'm not sure how they're going to call for help unless they brought... There's no phone out there.
Well, they can. They probably sent people to march back to the fucking village. As soon as you left, they probably
While
sent some
you're
people
making that
out.
decision, you're right.
Send more trucks.
I
Yeah.
can rest and get that 1 point of CIA back, so I
Okay.
can respend it again, and we can get another either
Okay,
contract.
if they're
Okay.
going to rest like for the night, I'll say, like, I'm going to go check
All right,
out
if you
some...
spend a second point, I'll give you 3 more contractors. There's a team there, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with the 18.
Well, you're saying, like, I'm going to go check out some contacts on my own.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you don't have to activate the ritual again. So who's going to Mersin to pick up the contractors? You're going to Mersin to meet your contacts.
I'll go out there to meet the contractors.
Okay.
So.
And you're there. You can give some training to your fire team.
It's like, you see a tire, you
In
destroy
fact,
it.
oh yeah, they do have an M79 grenade launcher. They do have ammo for it, and they are good shots with it. They can show you that. So, like,
That'd have been nice the first time.
you told us that we were told to set up a checkpoint.
It's like a 40mm grenade.
You know what stops people coming through checkpoints? M79s! They're real fucking good at
We're
it!
going to war with Turkey?
No.
Just
If
Corsica.
anybody asks you, you say we never were here.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the Turkish team is there. They're actually all Germans. German and Austrians. Yeah. So thinking about it, yeah, they'd be active in this. Yeah.
Beggars cannot be choosers in this situation.
If you're being hired by the CIA for wet work in the 60s
Yeah.
and you're a German Austrian, you used to not be big fans of the CIA.
Yeah, but...
In fact, you were at loggerheads previously in lives and
Yep.
came to a
Yeah.
late understanding.
Thinking about, it's Operation Gladio shit. Yeah. That would be the kind of people you would have access to.
You're absolutely accurate, yeah.
That's the... Yeah, following them basically giving...
For listeners not familiar with history, one, how'd you get this far in this campaign? Kudos. And two, they're basically ex-Nazis turned mercenaries. So they're, yeah. But I mean, they're ruthless motherfuckers.
So basically just giving them baseline instructions, speaking in German to all of them, so that's... to let them know what's on
I'm
there.
sure they're psyched to have Gina giving notes.
Oh, they have good poker faces. They don't give a shit at this point.
As long as they get money and paid, they...
Yeah. The money's already been
They're
transferred.
good at suppressing the impulse in Argentina. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gina, you realize you could tell them, it's the Corsican mafia. They're causing problems for us. They're at this place. We want to deal with them. And they're like, oh yeah, Corsican mafia. Yeah, that makes sense.
A couple things. So...
Yeah, that's the kind of thing the CIA would want to wipe out.
I've
Yeah.
killed those guys before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you told us about the horrors on the ground, right? So-
Yeah, I said don't get We're not standing on the ground.
Yeah. I bring out a map to them and basically say, there is a particular perimeter that we need you to maintain here. The Corsicans will probably be on this. You do not cross it for any reason.
I mean, out of character, you could. In character, you're like, maybe don't tell them that. Maybe these guys don't have to come back. So, it's up to you. But yeah,
to be fair, no one would miss them.
No one would miss them, but at the same time, trying to keep fire teams alive until we're absolutely ready. So,
sure. All right.
Well, you want them to die fighting the thing. You know?
Yeah, they're
we're already stealing corpses from them.
Yeah.
Because we know they bring the corpses back. Mm-hmm. And I don't think giving them more corpses helps us.
All right,
fair enough. The same reasons.
All right,
yeah, that's.
They don't ask questions. They say, all right, we won't say it. We'll stay outside the room.
We get to shoot guns for money. Okay.
Yeah, they have their own guns.
Tell them to bring long range.
Everything. Yeah.
All right.
Not spray and pray submachine gun shit.
That's only for somebody crosses the line, but you're trying to pick them off from a distance.
Yeah, they source some rifles from probably Libya or someplace like that. Yeah.
We use that in the Alps.
Yeah, we have a bunch of bolt action rifles and stuff. So yeah, but they're all good shots, and I mean they've been doing this for a while, probably. So you get the contractors, but you're getting ready to start incanting, and a voice says, greet you in English. It says, "Hello, Marcus."
Oh, well, that's surprising.
You should know the place you are going to is a place of great power.
I gathered as much.
The dead do not rest there.
We're going there to try to make them do just that.
Well, we would be... How do you want us to help you?
How can you?
I will tell you. The slime is to be avoided. Do not sleep on the ground. Do not touch the ground. Do not imbibe of alcohol or of other substances near it. And the slime itself can be lured out with a tempting specimen. But let's see. It must not be allowed to leave. So they say, so they whisper certain details of this. So I'll give you a 4-point pool of knowledge of the weird shit that's going on there. And you can spend that to understand what's going on or weaknesses.
Okay.
And in exchange, they want to make sure, they say, we do not want, you should know there is a friend. An enemy of your enemy is a friend. We can send. We will send word to a potential ally to you.
How will I know this ally how will I know it when I see it?
Give us a name or a passphrase to give to him.
Arclight.
Arclight. Very well. He will identify himself as Arclight. Be sure to tell your own allies. Yes, but do not let the contents of the pit escape the mound.
Understood.
It is something that denies sustenance to us.
We can't have that.
Yeah. So Caleb and Aaron are shaking their heads for some reason. So
the flame.
Yeah, the three of you with your team now assembled. Yeah, is the plan just to go there and finish it off, or what's the game plan now?
The Corsicans probably are bringing.
So how many do we have?
You have 4 contractors plus the 3 team you already have, so the 7 plus you 3, so 10.
And the M79.
And the M79 and M60 and a law, and you all have M16s now and hand grenades, because that would be pretty easy to source on a military base.
Everyone gets radios.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Split up into 2-man teams. Don't bunch up.
I'm gonna kind of I'll give instructions like, once we get in there, if there may be some hazardous materials down in this thing.
We don't get in there.
No.
I'm gonna tell them, if you encounter this, do not go near it, do not approach it.
Okay.
And we're gonna have another asset on the ground who will identify himself as Arclight.
Okay.
What?
It's like,
yeah, you might want to have told them separately.
yeah, I'm telling them separately.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I will get together and brief the team. All 24 years of me.
Yeah.
and I'll draw a map. I'm like, all right, look, we want to stay out of this, right? Mm-hmm. This is the barrel. We need a cordon here, right? I tell them where to put the M79. I tell them who's going to have the law. Everyone has a radio, split up into teams. We distribute the German psychopaths around the perimeter so they're not all bunched up and can scare our shitty green zone assholes and actually...
Yeah, you each get a
jobs.
green zone asshole, yeah.
Yay.
Team Silver Spoon.
Yeah.
And then, after I position everybody, we'll get positioned there at night. You need to draw firing positions. You need to bring as much ammo and water as you can carry in the trucks and hump out there until sun rises. Second the dawn hits them, you shoot any target that moves, and we don't leave until we're out of ammo.
Okay.
We'll just call them.
Do not leave the perimeter. Don't get closer. Do not enter in the site. We're making a big circle and we're shooting anything inside of it. Being a sniper is about patience. Sometimes that means you wait all day for the very scared Corsican mafia guy to look above the barrel and see if you're still there. Everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
We'll call them the Fortunate Sons.
Yeah, Fortunate Sons. So do you want to explain Arclight to your two agents?
Like this. Thank you. Yes. I managed to get us another potential ally that could be on the inside. He'll identify himself as Arclight.
He's in there with him?
Yes. They'll have ways to get in.
I can't promise him. We got no way to do target identification across this wide of a perimeter.
Right.
He could get fucking shot.
It's like, look. He knows that this is going to be a free fire zone. So he will he's not gonna, if he gets in the line of fire, that's on him.
But how the fuck did he get out there?
Yes. Says he has his own way of getting out there.
Is he a local?
I think so. I don't honestly I don't know him personally that well. I just know that he'll be useful to us.
I don't like this. We got the fucking Fritz in the mix.
Don't worry. As I understand it, he'll know how to keep his head down when he needs to.
All right. If I pop your friend, don't tell me about it.
Trust. This. It won't even be a problem.
All right. Yeah, the Germans don't say much, but they're just dead eyes and dead expressions. They are.
This is all they have.
Yeah, basically.
So you got Dam on one side, 10-man sniper team with heavy weapons, blocking them from access to the road and any way back to the village.
Yeah.
Only way out is through the valley or up the dam, where you're not going to be able to carry your bullshit and run away from us. We don't have enough to circle it, but we can cut off a couple directions, and I will just hopefully spend all day running the line and trying to get new angles and shoot people. And by that I mean blurry mirages on the horizon with my shitty 1968 scope.
At least it's something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you get a lot of ammo. Yeah, you're all loaded down too. Loaded for a war. Weirdly enough,
Siege.
So
A lot of water.
a lot of water, a lot of power. So, so yeah.
And we move in at night, so we're there when the sun comes up.
Yeah, in that case, all three of you can give me some struggle checks.
2, 5.
Okay.
2.
6.
All right.
Oh, 7.
So, the Corsicans, you realize, could definitely have changed their patterns. They have set up an ambush at the one way into this valley. But you have basically realized that if I was the Corsicans, I would have set up an ambush that anyone trying to get anywhere close to the site would be ambushed before, so you realize there's highly likely ambush up ahead. before you can even get close to the site. So, but you made your sense trouble check, so you realize that before, so you can act on it instead of just drive into it or detect it. So,
Do you do anything about this?
that okay.
He's
Yeah,
already infiltrated the camp, apparently, right, Abrams? I'm like laying it on thick because I think Abrams is full of shit.
Abrams-
You got your man on the inside. Can you tell us where they're at? Yeah.
Jim Bean.
you smell meat in the air, Abrams, coming off to the right, and you see a shadow move between the trees.
Like, I think I see him.
So, do you want? Yeah. So you're in the lead. You're both in the same vehicle, and so you can stop.
Yeah, we're basically by the side of them
Yeah.
at this point.
All right. You gonna go out and meet this
Yes, I am.
arc light? All right. So you hear there's a figure. You can smell
Do
it.
you want cover? Or are you
Like-
taking any of us with you?
It's
Or-
like just keep me covered.
There's a scent of rotten meat in the air, leaf mold. Just there's a figure in a trench coat with a hat that is taller than you, and the figure just whispers the word "Arclight."
Like just nod. There's an ambush because it's going to block our way. Can you do anything?
Nothing will leave the pit.
Like nothing.
It shall be done.
Thank you.
All right.
It's like I'll go back. Like
Abrams, what the fuck was that?
says that's Arclight.
Why is Arclight 7 foot tall?
Was he 7 feet tall?
He was very tall basketball player. Yeah.
He's like he's a big guy. Yeah. He's going to take care of the ambush.
By himself?
Like, that's what he said.
He didn't have any weapons on him that we could tell.
I mean, you just saw a figure in a trench coat, like an unusually tall figure in a trench coat.
Yeah, want to explain why Bogart's out here in the middle of the fields?
Like this said he said he would help us out. And I'm trusting him at this point.
All right.
Give him 5.
Abrams, I don't know what shit's like in a cockpit, but when you're in a sniper team, you're sneaky to everyone but each other. When you're each other, you know everything about each other.
Right.
You know, girl back home, you watch each other's shit, you get very intimate. I don't understand anything about this, and it's making me real fucking nervous.
It was something I knew I could call in. I figured I better, but the way they do things, I am unfamiliar with that. But from what I understand, they should be effective.
It's like I'm talking to fucking car stairs.
So you're talking, and you feel something wet hit on all of your faces, like coming from above, like raindrops for a bit, and then something light hitting upon your heads, and then you hear squeaking coming from the direction, and you look down and you can see rats, a small like swarm of rats, like just rushing by you, and they're all carrying like bits of flesh. You see fingers, and when you feel it, you see there's
It'd be fun in the flashlight.
yeah. You look up, you can see birds passing overhead, and they're dropping more bits of flesh. An eye lands near you.
Are the guys in the fucking convoy seeing this too?
They're not. They're staying in the vehicles, but they could they're murmuring among themselves, like, "What the fuck is going on?" So someone will probably have to explain what's happening to them. But yeah, the rats and the crows are carrying human body parts towards you.
What?
Yeah, everyone give me a stability check. That's kind of fucked up.
Kind of.
It's just 2 if you lose. Yeah.
6.
All right.
I really wanted to have wiping off it. No, what the living?
I'm making the very same decision to never let Abrams stand behind me, ever.
All right.
That's what my 6 says.
What do you do now?
Watch Abrams.
Yeah.
As
I was can we see to where look ahead, binoculars to look to see where the ambush was?
I mean, you know approximately where it'd be, but you can't they're Corsican
the
mob.
ambush is all around us. In the trees.
You would have to get closer to assess if the ambush is still there or not.
All right, I'll go. I'll scout ahead to see if it's clear.
Yeah, I'll go with you. And I sit in the back seat with my hand on my pistol.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
all
drive
right.
up.
All right, you're driving up. Yeah, you see there's some dark stains on the road, and you see a foot sticking out from a bush.
Right. I'd say the ambush is taken care of.
We're going to talk about this more later.
I was like, ambush is clear. You can come up.
All right.
Just when Money looks back, Gina's mouthing to him.
Yeah. So the ambush has been taken care of, and you can set up overnight because they trusted in their ambush team to deal with it. So,
Oopsie doopsie.
yeah. And so you don't have to make any rolls to set up to basically lay siege to the mound. And yeah, they are digging throughout the night. And yeah. And so the orders are to start shooting at dawn, basically.
First head, you see
Okay. All right.
Light it up, so
the Turkish archaeologist and everybody else isn't there yet.
No.
Should just be Corsican mafia guys.
Well, Gilbert's still there, and the
yeah,
workers.
yeah, definitely shoot his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be on the 60.
Okay.
Yeah, don't shoot anybody, I guess, who's like over 8 feet tall. I guess I'll give him that order.
Like, hey,
trench coat.
it was more like that was more like 7.
Yeah, if it smells like a
If you
corpse rotting in the sun.
If you see a really
Where's your
smelly
trench
Dick
coat?
Tracy, don't shoot.
Yeah, yeah. So we set up, and dawn comes. So everyone give me a firearms check to see how the initial volley does.
Heavy weapons.
Yeah, or heavy weapons, whatever you're shooting with.
Oh, I don't think we want to get close enough for the M79 yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you could arc that thing. I mean, yeah, they're
It's true, yeah. Go for it. We brought all the ammo we could carry.
yeah.
4 made it. So.
Okay.
5, make it.
All right.
7.
All right.
Actually, it's a 7 because it's a sniper rifle.
Yeah, it'll also represent what your little buddy's doing because you all have split up and you all have a little buddy with you. Who gets Landis, by the way?
I'm taking Landis.
Take more. He's taking more.
Landis is about to learn.
So you're about to make a man out of him?
I'll make a man out of you. Yeah. All right.
We got to the jungle.
Welcome to the
So the initial volley does good work. Each of you drop one of the Corsicans. Actually, several of the Corsicans and workers. And Gilbert does not, he's not immediately evident. He was not, basically, as soon as dawn started.
Well, I did throw dynamite. I did bury him. I hope
Wonder-
I don't see him. Do I see him?
I mean, you said start shooting as soon as you saw.
Yeah,
the-
yeah. I don't. Well, I'm far enough away.
Yeah.
With the 90, you could see a shape.
Oh yeah.
At this distance.
Oh no,
Like-
no. You actually, you did set up in the night, and you had binoculars, and they did light up the camp. So yeah, it looks like they've undone all the. By the time you all get set up, they've been digging throughout the night, and it looks like they've cleared out the trench again. And Gilbert's alive. His suit is fucked up, and he's wearing different clothes and parts, but he's clearly moving around.
Well, I got some more dynamite.
Yeah.
Once they're all fucking dead.
Dynamite for everyone!
But dawn clears. Gilbert's below the trench when you start shooting. If you're just waiting for dawn and clear shots for everybody.
Yeah. Once everybody said they had somebody on the radio.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Get as many as you can before they run for cover.
Yeah, and you all start shooting, and you drop quite a few of the several of the
And we're
Corsicans.
quite a bit closer since many people have M16s, but we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, they have submachine guns and pistols. They don't have long guns, and and it looks like you've almost entirely cleared it. There can't be, judging by the number of bodies that are out there can't be more than a handful in the trench itself. And as you're watching, one of the Germans says, "No, keep shooting. He's moving." And everyone, give me a stability check.
God damn.
I'm spending a lot of stability. I'm glad I did.
Difficulty
Fair.
four.
I haven't
so.
failed a stability test yet.
Yeah,
I've
4.
also lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stability. So.
Did you fail?
4.
Well, let's see how your little buddies do. Make another d6 roll without spending any stability, just a straight up d6, and this is going to be a difficulty 5.
For our friends.
Yeah, your little
Okay.
green zone
Well, I'll be
guys.
fucked. There you go.
He's okay.
He's okay.
Landis, surprising no one. Doesn't handle it well.
It does not handle it well.
Yeah,
I'm
he
shocked.
got it too.
So he's panicking, and let's see how the Germans do. They need a 4. One squad does not, and neither. They both rolled 1s. Really enough.
Damn you.
And they're in disbelief, and they're just they're like, why won't they drop? The dead are getting back up, and you have shot holes in center body mass and even in the head, and they are picking themselves back up. And so that's why you had to make the checks. So this is happening in a matter of seconds. You don't know what they're going to do next. But like initial volley, cease firing long enough so you can see what the fuck's going on, because, you know, a lot of smoke kicking up dust in the mound itself, and now they're coming back up. They're standing back up. All of you can see inky black tendrils coursing through the bodies at this point. And those, if you you can swap to binoculars to get a closer look to see what's happening. You could.
Can I make another firearms check for like a called shot at an increased difficulty?
Sure. With your sniper rifle, it would be difficulty 5 for a headshot, if that's what you're going for.
I'm going for a knee shot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Still difficulty 5.
All right, I spent 3. I'm glad I spent 3.
Yeah.
Does that do anything?
The leg goes down, and they obviously fall over. Are you switching to binoculars to watch them to see what happens?
Yeah.
All right. The flesh is being refilled with this inky black slime that is coming up from the ground.
And so it's standing back up.
It looks like it's repairing itself. It will take it some time, but they haven't stood up yet. You've just witnessed the beginning of this phenomenon. It'll probably take them a couple minutes.
So,
all right, I get on the radio. Aim for legs.
The Germans have switched to closer range weapons and are approaching the mound.
Pull back! God damn it!
They both failed their checks. They're like, they won't die. Why won't they die? And they start screaming about no.
I know this is close right now, but maybe cop talk to scream into them right now to, like, you maintain your positions. This is not safe.
All right, cop talk would actually work on them.
Yeah, that's like, you cannot. That's like, if it gets close to you, switch to your closer weapons, but maintain distance.
They're not handling this well. So if they knew if they thought they understood one thing, it's death, and the fact that they don't understand it is very. Anyways, well, that's your action. Is they're not charging anymore, but they're still like in open ground, like freaking out, like they had low stability to begin with. So, Marcus, what do you want to do?
I'm just are we do we want to use this time with them getting back up to get ourselves in there?
Retract the perimeter, recenter on the M79.
Okay.
Right.
So everyone reposition. If they get close, aim for knees now. So basically, draw the cordon out around the technical. Yeah.
All right.
That's my order, at least.
Yeah. So let's see here. All right. All of you move in closer. Landis, who has
to each other, not the side.
Yeah.
To each other, not the side.
All right. So it's no longer a circle. It's no longer a perimeter.
Yeah, we're getting around the grenade launcher.
All right. Which of the green zone guys has the grenade launcher?
Not Landis.
The private that's not a dummy.
Okay, that's one of you two.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, so yeah. All right. So you form up on you.
How much heavy weapons do they have?
3 points. So
Good old thumper.
yeah. The dead start spreading out, and they're just into a loose formation, trying to do a pincher thing, coming at you from the left and the right. And they still have handguns and some machine guns, so they're surging out from the mound.
So they can use them.
Yeah, they're getting back up and they're fighting. So Gilbert it pops out of the trench now and is yelling at them and commanding them to get up and fight again. So.
Find that firearms rating. Aiming for his skull. 6.
Nice.
All right, a roll. Let's see here. I forgot if sniper rifles actually have a lethality rating in this. Did you write that down? Do you know?
I did, but the fucking PDF next with the type. So
Okay.
Let me look it up. Mm-hmm. It's +2 firearms on first attack. It's not my first attack, but
Okay. But it does.
I don't know if it does additional damage.
Okay. Sniping. Here we go. 104. They have a specific page for sniping.
I probably should have read that.
I won't tell anybody.
That's for. Oh, that's for the +2 stuff. It doesn't have the damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember a lot of them having like weapons ratings.
Yeah.
I don't recall how that
There we go.
works.
Weapon lethality. Assault rifle, light machine gun, hand grenade. Yeah, I guess it doesn't the sniper rifles don't have a lethality rating. In this. So yeah, it's a D6 +2, I believe, for a heavy sniper rifle.
I get a 7.
Okay. He is, let's see here. It does less damage to him, weirdly enough. and you hit him in the skull, and there's a hole in his skull, but he is still moving. So, as black ooze starts filling up the wound, I cannot die! They will not let me die! He's screaming at the top of his lungs. Not until the work is done! We have to finish the work! So yeah, it's just going to be, you can make a heavy weapons check with your green zone guy. He has a pool of 3 for heavy weapons.
Yeah, we're going to make a 3 spend on that because I want Gilbert's body to be gone. So
that does do lethality.
yeah, so let's try it in. Yeah, that's going to be 9.
Wait, is that with the thumper?
That's the thumper.
We're going to have to get way closer for that.
Do we have to? Okay.
It's a handheld boom. It's a boom tube.
Yeah, you're at long
arc
rifle
maybe,
range,
I
so
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he could be a surgeon with it, but it doesn't sound like that with 3 points. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I would say, like, I'm sort of, you all are moving up so you can use your more destructive weapons.
Okay, so the
and
9
they're moving towards you, too.
So the 9 would hold?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have let the 9
Okay.
hold. I mean, they are moving towards you.
Yeah.
Like, you were all flanking or
Yeah.
consolidating, and they use that time to move up towards you. So, yeah. I wish I had, let's save that page number. Anyways, go ahead and roll a d6 for damage. I believe it's lethality 3. If you roll a 3 or less, it does
You got this, Roach.
automatically kills them. And if it doesn't, here it is, the lethality. So, we heavy machine gunner, RPG. Actually, it's lethality 2. So, yeah.
If
Okay.
you roll a 2 or less.
I have to roll a 2 or less? Okay. 1.
1, yeah.
Excellent job.
Worse.
Let's see here.
Guess who's getting inducted into Delta Green?
Beat the shit out of Corporal Landis. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's like when that guy's, it's like in Pilots now, the guy's screaming, fuck you, GI. Just,
No, Roach.
Yeah, I mean, using Landis's trembling body as like a barrel rest. Just putting it on his shoulder.
you're doing fine.
So, yeah, he is
Yeah.
obliterated from it by the shot. It just annihilates his body. So, with that, all of you open fire on them and the Corsican mob. But yeah, you have superior weapons and outnumbers. So it's pretty much a one-sided massacre.
Well, we'll finish that massacre.
Yeah.
And they stay down this time.
Well, you keep shooting them and they keep getting back up until you obliterate their bodies. That seems to be the only thing that sticks is just...
Well, then once we knock him down, let's get a little closer, then keep shooting.
Yeah, well, you can light the bodies on fire. You have explosives now. You have grenades.
So it's like, I think we're going to have to just
And
convert...
these Turkish Air Force boys got a education real fast.
All of you, as you're doing this, you start hearing voices in your head, distant at first, like whispers, but they are growing louder and stronger. And you can, those of you with archaeology and other languages, know that it's a cacophony of different languages, but they are all telling you to commune, come.
Nope.
I was like, I'll let him know, like, yeah, this is a place of power that they cannot escape from.
Anybody have a drive check still?
Yeah, I still... wait, make sure.
You alone
Yeah.
know that what is down there in the pit remembers all that it has consumed. It is a form of immortality. And yeah.
It doesn't need to leave.
Abrams, you stay back.
Well, you know that burying it, well, hopefully, the only thing that's permanently going to stop this is, I don't know, building a lake over it. That will be the one thing that'll keep it out.
So we need to keep it contained until that happens.
Yeah. So you're going to use one of the vehicles to blow.
So yeah, I have Abrams full back with our less mentally stable compatriots. Gina, you drive. And I take my pockets full of dynamite and law rocket. And I will ride shotgun. We're pulling up. I'm throwing the dynamite through that big ass hole. Gonna fire an anti-tank rocket down the hole. And then we are going to drive away as quickly as possible.
All right.
And I do not have any drive. I have 1 point of drive left.
I still have 4 points of drive, so...
All right, so this is a drive-by anti-tank hit.
So we need to pick a run roll for the entire run. Right?
On the radio.
Guess who? Oh, like
Somehow clears agree.
we have the 1-8.
Fortunate
track here,
Sunstar's
so-
playing, yeah.
Good, I spent that. That's 5. So
Yeah.
Or painted black.
Yeah, painted black. That would be good.
No, I think Ross has this one. Quite
Yeah. So you obliterate it, and the only thing is you can see the Germans, all 4 of them, are just whatever voices you heard, the Green Zone boys like barely heard. You heard it a little stronger, but the Germans, they're all weeping and like are intently listening to it. And one takes out a handgun and before you can stop him, shoots himself. And yeah, the others seem to be pretty close to that. So are you going to do anything or...
I don't have reassurance.
The voices of the dead are not
One
kind
of
to
us
them.
has to buy. We gotta start buying more reassurance, guys.
I know. I'm gonna do that here. So that, yeah, it's already spent. Actually,
well, I mean, we're on the
Pharmacy-
on the road. Yeah.
actually, pharmacy spend to basically just have.
You're driving me. You can't do
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
for the Abrams just saw the German shoot himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to do anything for them, or are you just going to let them to their fate? The mission's over as far as you could tell them that the mission's over
Well,
and
like,
leave them.
the only interpersonal I have is I could inspire them to just get with it and
You
ignore
could?
the
Yeah,
voice.
that would work, yeah.
Actually, can I put in like the knowledge I got to like to let me know like it's like that voice that's in your head,
Mm-hmm.
the immortality or what it's offering you is a nightmare. Do not go near it.
Okay.
Like that.
Sure, if you want to.
I will do that.
Does this shit stop when
No, I mean,
blow it, or does it like get
it gets
quieter
muted.
at
It gets
least?
quieter, yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I use that and
Yeah, you can spin it, and yeah, you can keep the other three from killing themselves. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah.
Yeah, just tear ass through the tents on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Just drive right through them. The tents will be fine.
Yeah. You get out there.
Scatter that shit to the wind, and we leave.
Yeah, as you're leaving, you can see another convoy vehicles driving to the site with they look like Turkish military vehicles. So it looks like they're going to secure the site and make sure that nobody else is going to try and dig it up. So,
excellent.
Yep.
but yeah, you have completed De Profundis. So whatever it was down there, the Corsican mafia and their mysterious allies are not going to get it. So
Because that's how we do.
yeah, Claude Mercin is found dead a day later, and yeah. Actually, no. I would say no. You contacted your Interpol agent. He was your Interpol buddy. Arrested him. So,
At least some justice there.
And we gave those Greeks a fake dead body.
yeah, that's true. He did. Yeah. So
No, a real dead body, but a different person's dead body.
yeah,
Not the vintage they were expecting.
not the ancient priest. So yeah, Gilbert was actually Whiteman, and he was very undead. So yeah. So questions, comments. Hope you guys like this one. So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
I didn't know if I was doing it right. I don't know if the point is to just like.
There's a section in the adventure called "The Siege at the Mound." Like this
Okay,
is
good.
one of the things that is predicted like can happen.
Yeah.
It's not the only way it can be resolved, obviously,
The
but
only thing I was looking at is I still have my point of unnatural. I was very curious about possibly looking at it to get more information. But
Oh, yeah.
I was.
there's so much you could have learned
I'm low on sanity.
if you had just had some dreams there. If you just slept there a couple times more. Yeah, no, you could have gone all.
Your characters are alive because we're very into not learning.
Wow, that's a statement right there.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a
That's the
statement.
Delta Green way.
That's the Delta Green Way. Yeah.
The Delta
Okay,
Green
where need to know is nothing.
Yeah, let's see here. Your next mission is code named Second Look, and it is in Beirut. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, I think Eli learned that the American government is an evil empire of destruction. And then after that, he learned that God isn't real and alien monsters want to destroy us all.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Eli tried to stop learning things altogether. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's gonna fool me twice.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Fool me thrice.
Real done with being disillusioned about stuff.
You also made a friend, though, Arclight. He was so helpful.
I did not make a friend. I lost a friend.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta. I have a friend in him now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We
I
have a
started
lot.
asking Nelson
We have a
if
lot
he
of
wants to
questions.
kill Abrams with me.
Well, we'll find out in the next episode, the next mission, Operation Second Look. Thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Let's see.